Ninth thing that we know. If you have a shitty team, you should rest your rookie quarterback in year one. I get the controversy, right? I get it. Look, you draft somebody first overall. The expectation is, hey, they're supposed to be good enough to come in and play right away. I get the expectation of Trevor Lawrence, best prospect coming out ever. Elway, Luck, Lawrence, the three GOATs coming out of college. I mean, you have him on a shitty Jacksonville team with a shitty defense, not good blocking. The running game's actually been decent, relatively speaking, to the talent around them. But you lose Travis Etienne to start the year. You're going to constantly be playing from behind, and you're trotting him out to such awful situations. You see bad habits developing that he never had in college because he's like, shit, man, this is a house on fire, and I've got to try to get everybody on the same page. 54% passing, 223 yards per game on average in a very passing-friendly league, 5 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and he's got a 60.3 passer rating. Look at Zach Wilson. First of all, Zach Wilson's Jets are averaging 6 points a game, which, ouch. That's 6.5. That's real. You can look that up. Zach Wilson, 55% passing, 209 yards per game, 2 touchdowns, which came against Carolina in kind of maybe sort of garbage time, 7 interceptions, 51.6 passer rating. Now, you also look at Justin Fields. Not a huge sample size. He's played a game and a few plays here. The Bears netted 1 yard passing yesterday if you account for sacks and total passing yards. Fields on the year, 40% passing, 138 yards, no touchdowns, 1 pick, and a 39.9 rating. Look, there's a reason that Dalton's starting over Fields. I think Dalton is just the more now quarterback. I mean, look, Fields, for all we know, could become an all-pro down the line and, win a ton of games and just be an absolute baller. But the team around him sucks. You don't start rookie QBs in these shitty situations. So I kind of like the idea of when Dalton's back, get him back under center because Fields, just like Wilson and Lawrence, might start developing some bad habits. And granted, it's still very early, but, I mean, we're looking at a cumulative 8 games played here between the 3 for Wilson, 3 for Lawrence, and, maybe 1.5 for Fields, and it's just not good. You can look at Mac Jones on the other side. Now, I'll mind you here, I said rookie QBs in shitty situations. Mac Jones is going to a team surrounded by talent. He's the weak spot because he's a rookie, right? He's 67.5% passing. That's good. That's not average. That's good. 246 yards per game. Okay, more than the other guys that I mentioned. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, 79.1 rating. He's came in probably as the most ready, and he came into the best situation. I kind of am fine with him coming in day one, and they're doing a lot of things to keep him with training wheels on, which I think now it's time to take the training wheels off a little bit. But yeah, I've never understood this. I've seen David Carr, being a Houston native here, I've seen the David Carr experiment, run somebody in who he's not ready, the team around him's not ready, and he developed bad habits, and it just didn't work out. I saw Alex Smith, who for the first 6 years of his career, it's like, okay, different coach every year, different coordinator every year, but still, maybe he's a bust. And now, granted, the Niners turned it around. Alex Smith definitely turned it around, had a really cool career. Last year was really awesome with Washington. But again, you're rolling somebody out there with a shitty team around them, and they started benching him for the likes of Troy Smith and those kind of players. So I mean, you can't once you start a rookie QB, you can't really move off him. You bench him, then all of a sudden the confidence is gone. You've got a Darnold situation where 2-3 years in, you're just looking for a change of scenery. And it can work. Like Darnold's situation, he's in a really good situation, and he looks really good, getting about 300 yards a game. They're 3-0, first place in their division. It's tough. You look at last year, sample size, Joe Burrow. He's a little different. He comes in, best college season ever, right? You get the Heisman, title, everything. 65% passing, 269 a game. 13 scores, 5 picks, 89.8. And that was with a really shitty O-line. In fact, I probably would have said, don't play Burrow as much last year because of his O-line. It's going to get him hurt, which that happened. But Burrow he's different. I don't know. I'm a Burrow fan. Look how he was 2-1 this year, playing cocky with a shitty coach on top of that. And then, of course, Justin Herbert. I'd be really curious to see what Herbert's numbers were like last year if he were to play all games, right? He comes in, 15 games, Tyrod gets hurt, 66.7 yard or accuracy, 289 a game, 31 touchdowns, 10 picks, 98.3, best rookie quarterback season ever. But again, surrounded by talent, shitty coach, but a lot of good receivers, good running backs. O-line is questionable, but not awful. I don't like the idea of rookie quarterbacks starting day one in a shitty situation.